Hello there. Welcome to this channel. Welcome again. Now, how to make a child speak out the mind? How to make these children speak out? Children, they can speak, and indeed they speak like machines. If you have ever attended the Sunday school, these children between the 3 years and the ages of 9, they speak. I'm telling you, they speak. That if you're not an anointed teacher, or the Sunday school teacher, or a guardian, I get most of the time you get too tired of listening to them. And imagine they demand for attention to be listened to. So if you don't have that heart, if you're not that patient enough to listen to them, it's so difficult at that age. But what normally happens when they attain the teenage age, maybe 13, 14, 15 to that, or from 10 years here, they become withdrawn. They speak less, especially when the parents are around. But whenever they are in their groupings, whenever they are in gatherings, whenever they are in their classes, they speak, they share, they speak out each and everything. Now, as a parent, as a caregiver, what are we supposed to do to make sure that we learn them, especially the deepest secrets, so that we plan ourselves and position ourselves in such a way that we'll be able to offer help in a rightful way, ending into a win-win solution. You as a caregiver, you win, as a child also win. No one of us will see like being depressed or being chased to do something. How are we supposed to go about it? Before that, if you are watching me for the first time, this about children presentation, please make sure you press on the bottom right part of that phone written subscribe, and don't forget to press the bell button, personalize it. Advantage of that is that anytime I download, anytime I upload video or a talk about this, you'll be able to notify and then become a permanent member. Please, if the presentation or the tutorial that I'm giving, apart from this and any other, if they're so good, so beneficial, so educative, and you're learning more about it, don't be so selfish not to share with others. Knowledge is power, and we want it to move, ripple, and get the effect to each and every person so that we help the wider community as much as we can. Welcome. I am called your tutor, Mark, and today we are going to handle this topic of how to make the children. We are working with the children because if we are in the target of changing the world, we cannot change the world from the topmost layer. We have to start from the bottom, and that is the children. A child is so naive, a child is so soft that any other thing that crosses his or her way will be stored in the brain. So if we don't handle this an egg at this level in a very, very sensitive manner, we will be causing more destructive than developmental we are looking for. So let's save the child and save the society. Let's take care of the child and take care of the society. Let's educate the child, and when we educate the society, we'll have prominent leaders, we'll have the prominent fathers and mothers, we'll have the grown up workers, managers, and all that, all the way from children. Now, as a caregiver, there is a tug of war that we have here within the parents, within the children, and us in the family. By the end of the day, we end up concluding that the children, nowadays, they don't talk, they are withdrawn. A sweet baby of yours, a sweet king, queens, the way you call them as they are young, now you are pumpkin, your whole world. A time comes where this whole world of yours starts withdrawing from yourself. What are we supposed to do so that you make sure you bring them closer and you are able to get deeper secret in them? Remember, the determinant value here is you. How you handle them, that is how they will take you. If you assume them, they will assume you. If you threaten them, they will be threatened. Dealing with a child is just as simple as handling the food you have, handling the egg. When you crush it, of course it will break. If you save it, the life will be saved. So the determinant of a child depends on you. You are the determining factor here. If you hate life, a child will also hate life. If you are rude, a child has to be rude. If you are irresponsible, I'm telling you as a parent, your child will be responsible. There is no any other way around. Apart from show me the friend and I show you who you are, I also say, show me your child, I'll show you how you are plus your family. is a reflection of who you are. There is no any other way around it. You won't tell us this one is like the father, not me as the mother. No, it's a two-way round. You give them positive, they get them positive. Now, if you hate life, they hate life too. If you are negative in life, they also become negative. If you are desperate in life, you have caregivers who are desperate. They are desperate. They are desperate. How they talk, how they move, how they walk, how they guide others, just so the desperation. This one also will be introduced in that child. If you are cruel to nature, they also become that. Punishing, that's your character, they also become that. Children see the worst. You might see only the top layer, but children, because they still have a long way to go, they grasp and store the worst. So make sure you are positive-minded so that you can introduce the same positivity in the mind of that child of yours. By the end of the day, you will thank me later. Tips on how to make a child speak out, especially the teenagers. Tips. I have 10 main ways by which we can do as parents, and I'm very sure if we follow them promptly, with any other idea you can get from nowhere, but from somewhere. But these are the main points, the main steps that if you take as a parent, I am telling you that that child will open up and will tell you the deepest secret that you are not expecting. Tip number 1. Notice the little conversation opener. How do you start conversation with a child? You have notified some changes in your daughter. You have notified some changes in your son who is in a class 8, class 7, primary 7, something like that. How are you going to handle this daughter of yours in form 2? How are you going to start speaking? That's where we get problem. Sometimes at work we have the psych, but reaching home, opening conversation becomes difficult. It is so simple. Child mind. Put your mind into their mind, and then you become like a baby. You know how they introduce themselves, how they open things. Like for example, from your car, you are coming to work. First of all, start by introducing, come with some kind of maybe sausages, give them to them. Then you are like, how was the school today? That's open up. School was good, dad, and blah, blah, blah. What about homework today, teacher, so and so, what were you taught about that? Then bring the story slowly by slowly. Start opening conversation with things that they like or questions that are so simple and enjoyable to answer. Then you pick up from there. Number 2, ask non-judgmental questions that need simple answers. Jokingly reveals them. For example, tell a kid questions that begin with why. If you ask a kid, why are you dirty? Dad, you know we were playing football. That kind of answer is not giving you any idea of why she or he is dirty. It's a defensive mechanism. So if you ask a child questions that start with why did you fail exam? Why are you naughty? Why are you not talking nowadays? That one you are making them to depend or to defend themselves. Because as a child also, they don't want to fail. So anything that makes them look like failures, they will try to avoid it. Ask questions like what? When you're talking with a child, try to reframe your question to what made you dirty, not why are you dirty. Think about that. Tip number 3, don't jump into solutions and advice. Yes, as a parent, you have grown up. You have lived for long and you have seen many. You have passed through a lot of, you are at that level. Most of the parents we are full of, don't lie to me. That area I've passed through. I was also in class 8. I know, blah, blah. Don't be judgmental and don't be so quick to give solutions and advices. Let the child speak and then together come with a solution. So don't jump into solution, listen and then discuss with her. In most cases, 80%, 90% of these stories must be from the child. You are just a listener. By the way, children value listening more, of which that one takes us to another tip. Another tip is that listen, don't talk, reflect back. When the child is giving a story, for example, you have seen some walking style, the child has been defiled, for example, housemaids. You know, your child has been defiled every now and then. You have never known. And how will you know that such a thing happened? How will you make the child start conversing such kind of conversation with you and all that? You must create up good ways of doing that. So don't talk, just listen. After asking the question, what is making you walk like that? You know, Dad, this auntie did this and he removed my trouser. What happened after removing the trouser? Dad, can I tell you? They removed the trouser, then blah, blah, blah. Then what happened? Not why. Why did you remove the trouser? Why did you allow her to touch him. Why? What made you? What made her? What made? Questions of what? Those are questions meant for children. Why? These are for people who are mature and can defend themselves. Next, if positive response is not coming, please step back, watch, withdraw, pause, don't force. Why did you fail exam? You know that teacher is so harsh, blah blah blah, reading is not easy. If you feel such an answer, don't rush. Most parents, they will go there with cruel, they will go there with noise, they will go there with punches, some even cane the children physically, which is not right. One, you threaten a child. I'm telling you, she or he is going to cocoon himself or herself into that cube, and you will never get what you want, whether you kill them or no. So if you see the situation is going out of hand, you better pause, relax, and maybe you can stop the conversation there, pick it up later, or pick it some other time. Let the child reflect, let also reflect. Don't always act when you are angry, especially with the child. Create a rapport with each of your kids. Children are many, they come from the same wound, but what you want to believe from me is that they are never the same. Characters will never be the same. Siblings will never be the same in the house. We have those who mature very early, those who mature very late, those who are easier to be angry, those who are late to be angry, those who are joking, understand jokes, those who are very serious and focused. So as a parent, have each and every time with a different child. Maybe you can organize every weekend, you take one for coffee somewhere, for a walk somewhere. This one loves football. Take that boy, go to the football field, play, as you play, talk. Next time take your girl to coffee shop or shopping. Next time take your firstborn somewhere else. Don't treat your girls as a group. It won't work. Create a rapport with each and every of your child. Next, use indirect communication. Don't hit direct. Remember the first point we talked of, opener in conversation. You can bring a story as a parent, as a guardian. You really know, you really understand what you want from this from this child, but you won't ask direct. Like for example, you understand or you start realizing that your teenage daughter is maybe having boyfriends and blah 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 blah. How are we going to hit that question? You cannot just meet her then ask her, why are you having a boyfriend? No. Remember, questions why, those are X. We said for your children, use the question what. We will come to that. But do indirect communication. Create different environment for different conversations. You want your child to talk, your boy, for example. Why are you now writing love letters to the girls? You want to understand and you want to educate her or train him on that. Take this boy for a ride, maybe. Just pretend you are going to maybe train him on how to drive or how to wash the car. In the process of washing the car, what is happening? You introduce a conversation. Maybe you can start by your own story. Then by the end of the day, you ask him, by the way, have you ever written a letter to a girlfriend for yourself? Yeah, Dad. In fact, you see that Jose, a friend of mine. Yeah, he taught me how to write the letter, and we wrote the letter, and we took to our head girl. Our head girl was so happy. Then she wrote me back, and again. In fact, you want me to show you? The boy will come from the car wash, go to the room, and bring that for you to read, because you have introduced topic in a very friendly manner, and even you have given your example. So to him, it's not a matter of death and life. At least he has known that this is a step that each and every person has to go through. So it is mine, it's not that uniquely that will make somebody kill me. You have known. So from there, you know how to give the advice and all that. Anyway, anytime you see your boy, you will know from which angle are you supposed to handle him. Introduce those ones. Go for plays, introduce those when you are playing. Go for swimming, as you swim inside that water. Bring a story up. That is called indirect way of introducing a conversation. Go for jogging, when you are eating especially, boys, you know, children with food. Buy for them lollipop, go for shopping, just window shopping, but as they window shop, buy some ice cream. Introduce a talk from that ice cream. You know, be creative, be creative and be lively. Don't be a parent who is always folding the faces and creases and everywhere. The crumbs are everywhere, where the child even is fearing. And mark you, children hate what is called direct eye contact. In most cases, I used to hear my mother saying, Ma, I'm talking here, you're not looking at me. Look at me direct. Once the faces, the eyes are contact direct, you cause the threat. Because maybe you are angry, your eyes are bulging and they are red, they are going to threaten that child, and by the end of the day, you won't get what you want from the child. So when you create indirect communication, in short, we are trying to reduce the number or the time or the physical face contact, which is a threat. So in most cases, you will be washing the car, playing the football, you are concentrating on the ball, the mind is also not really active. So a child will speak. I'm telling you, by the end of the day, even she will be wondering, what was I saying? Why did I tell that this and this? But by the end of the day, he has spoken, you know. Indirect introduction of speeches really help. So fathers, caretakers, if you don't want to take your children out, be playful and you will get all information. If you fix your child in the bedroom with canes and everything, shout with belt. Some parents, their belts are worn out just because of caning the children. My friend, you are doing worse than you think you are creating. Next, stay available. Please, fathers, mothers, even if you disagree as parent, my pity normally go to children. It is good. A woman will say, I don't need a man, I don't care. The thing is, so long as I have my child, you are being selfish and God will punish you because it's all about you. So long as a man is not in your life, you don't care. This child needs a father, this child needs a mother. If mother is not there, maybe died or something, but introduce your sisters, introduce your aunties, introduce your cousins to be a mother figure to this child. If the husband is not there, maybe died or you separated, well and good. But introduce your uncles, introduce your brothers to be the father figure to this child. Availability is so much important. This child, whether you like it or not, you might provide everything as a mother. You might say single mother is the best, but you are not doing any good to this child. You cannot replace the father figure as a mother. You cannot replace the mother figure as a father. The child needs both of you. So availability. How do you create availability? Kids don't keep an agenda. They don't say next month I have to speak about this. They don't say in the evening I will keep about this. No, that's why I was saying introduce a top studio, you know. So children don't keep an agenda. It means that your continuous and persistence availability makes them speak, get used to you and don't fear you. They know how you talk, they know what makes you angry and all that. So the more you are available to them, the more they are likely to speak always. Then just prove to them that you are a good listener. Children just need listening ears. Once they know you are a good listener, they'll be always eyeing on you to speak to you, to talk to you. And that's why children in the house, they have discriminated. Maybe I love the father, I love the mother. Why? Because mother always listened to me, mother always pat me at the back, even if I do this and this, she talked to me. Because it's all about listening. Be a good listener than a good speaker to the child. Stating your availability in every moment is very, very important. Assure them that you are always available for them. For example, you are going to work, you are leaving children home, it is a holiday. Tell them, I'm going to work, but in case of anything, please call my number. My number, of course, they have to know. Call my number. In case a visitor comes, call my number. Okay, you do your homework, I'm in washroom, I'm bathing. After that, please, if you need any question to be answered, I'm reading my newspaper, just come and call me or come and ask me questions. State your availability. I'm going to the groceries to buy some eggs, to buy some onions. Please, in case you need me, just follow me to the across the road. I will come back, or call me, I will come. I am always available. Check on your status of mind. Children sense you are emotional. You cannot lie to a child. You are angry inside, you are mad at your wife, you are mad at your husband, you are mad at your fiancé, you are mad at your father, then you cannot lead that child because you will always be answering questions with anger. I remember there is a day, you know, I was so hungry and with my fiancé we are not in good terms and everything and here and there, you know. Then here comes, I have a younger sister in university, second year. Now, she asked me a question. She just told me, what can somebody do to come out of like lowness, you know? I woke up and I was very low. Now, how can I come out of this? Now I was like, this one is talking to me and I'm also in low moods, what to do that? So please always make sure that you control your moods before you get to talk to a child. Anyway, try not to respond or show your anger, that's what I'm saying. Out of all those 10 points, pick the one that can work for you and make sure you introduce to that child. In case of anything, please make sure you hit my inbox there. I have WhatsApp number +254 711 223 525. Email andedomark@yahoo.com. Then YouTube channel Andedomark. Please subscribe, share and comment. In case of anything, I am available for you. Let's treat the children, let's save the society, and we shall have done the best work for God. Thank you so much. I wish you a better caregiving times.